Hello, in this video we will go over question 12 of your final exam review. The question is asking for the solution of the given inequality. So let's start by factoring. To factor, we would take a common x of these two and a common 6 of these two. Now we combine them and we'll have x squared minus 1 x plus 6 bigger than 0. Now that we factor, let's solve for x. So x squared minus 1 bigger than 0, we'll add 1 to both sides and we have x squared bigger than 1. And if we take the square root of both sides, we'll have x bigger than plus or minus 1. And on this one, we will subtract 6 from both sides, and we have x bigger than negative 6. Now that we have the values for x, we'll look to our chart, and we will pick some passing points so we can see if the interval holds the inequality. So in here, we're going to pick negative 7, negative 2, 0, and 2. Now let's start by testing x equals negative 7. Now that we plug back negative 7 to our inequality, the result will be negative 48 bigger than 0, which is false, meaning that the interval infinity to negative 6 is not part of a solution. Now let's try our next point, which would be x equals negative 2. So plugging back negative 2 into our inequality, we can see that the result is 12 bigger than 0, which is true. So the interval negative 6 to 1 is part of our solution. Now let's try x equals 0. So if we plug back 0 into our inequality, we can see that the result will be negative 6 bigger than 0, which is false. So the interval negative 1 to 1 is not part of a solution. Now let's try our last point, x equals 2. Plugging back 2 into our inequality will be 24 bigger than 0, which is true. So the interval 1 to infinity is part of a solution. Therefore, our solution will be negative 6 to negative 1 union 1 to infinity.